Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed, everyone, and welcome to today. Today is Friday, the 15th of August, 2025. I am Pearson Bowen. It's so wonderful having you company. It's already, since it's the 15th, 7 days until the opening ceremony for Carifesta 15 in Barbados, which happens next Friday. So get yourselves ready, everyone. The whole world will be descending here, literally almost. And so we're looking forward to welcoming them, but experiencing the culture of the Caribbean and abroad as well. So Carifesta 15, just 7 days away. Also, for those of you joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb, to all of you, good morning. Thank you for waking up. Thank you for keeping us company. Thank you for sharing the show so that everyone comes by and engage in what we do. Remember always, if you have something or know of someone whose story we need to tell, I'd like for you to tell us about them or tell us about it. And you can do so by sending us an email. Our email address is right there on your screen. For everything Mornin Barbados, it is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to all of you, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We also take time now to say thank you to the contribution of a man whose spirit, whose love of his music, whose love of seeing people entertained, whose love of just living, we want to celebrate right now. You may have heard, if you haven't already heard, of the passing of DJ King Scorpion. I know you ask in your head, what? When did this happen? It happened yesterday in the still of the night. And so we want this morning to remember him fondly. He's a member of our family here, particularly the family of Q100.7 FM. I can tell you everything I remember about him, but I can't take up all that time. But if you cannot remember what he looks like, simply because he was one of those people who was so very quiet, who moved so quietly, but made a big sound and a big impact. Take a look at this as we remember today, King Scorpion.
I enjoy most being a DJ, like to see people dancing and enjoying themselves and release the stress with my music, my beautiful music that I play. Most people don't know that DJ Scorpion is very, very quiet. See me behind a microphone, I cue a shot line and I dance and stuff like that, and talking on the mic. When you see me now in person, like, this man don't talk. All these. I've been a dub DJ before, and as you get older, you branch off into something to suit your age. Working on Q100 it's good that your voice could be heard all over the world, because you know Q reached Japan, all kinds of places, and it's good that your voice to be heard all over the world, and especially for people that can't leave home and always have the rate on Q100.7, and it's good that you be able to make them happy. Well, I'm a November born, the best month of the year, and I'm a Scorpion. A Scorpion, when you hear music, you got to move. So as long as a Scorpion sting you, with the music, you know, you got to move. Becoming king now, there was a DJ competition among all the oldie DJ, and it had named Who is the King of Oldies, and I have won it, so it became King Scorpion. I'm looking to move forward to Sir King Scorpion.
And so we say, fare thee well, our good friend indeed. So King Scorpion has left us. I'm sure you'll have opportunity on Q100.7 FM today to share with the folks there your memories, your moments, your best times with King Scorpion. All right, it's 5 minutes after 6 o'clock. I also want this morning to acknowledge some ladies who I met at KFC Oysters. I'll say it, KFC Oysters. Every time I have the opportunity to pass there, they are there. And so they watch the show as well. I did promise I'll say good morning to each of them. So to all of you, good morning indeed. Thank you for your excellent service indeed. And so keep doing with that smile the thing you do. All right. Coming up today on Morning Barbados, we'll shortly meet the Queen of the Carnival, Toronto Carnival. Who is she? She represents Barbados so very well. And so we want to be able to acknowledge the Queen, who will join us in just a little while. There's a new charity called Pathway to Recovery, and that charity operates to reintegrate some men and people who have run afoul of the law. We'll hear more about its purpose and how you can lend your support to that charity in just a little while as well. The action happens tonight in St. Andrew, from tonight and all weekend long indeed, as you get ready to go crabbing and a whole lot more. We get more details with them when they come by this morning. Plus, we'll hear what else is on the calendar of events as we continue to gather in St. Andrew in this month of August. It is today Panama Day, and that in itself is a very significant moment. We will share with you the significance of Panama Day when we have an opportunity to sit with Panama's Minister of Foreign Affairs when he joins us this morning just ahead of the opening of an embassy here in Barbados. What does this mean for both nations? And the new president of the Barbados Cricket Association, really newly minted president, will sit with us this morning. We want to hear of the strategies and the concerns and how he leads his team to overcome all of that and again to reposition Barbados as another cricketing giant. And so, before all of that this morning, I want to get your brain ticking and teasing. So it's time for you to give me a call on 228-5562 or 228-5563 because I need your help in unscrambling some letters. So are you ready? Are you truly, truly ready? Grab your phones now, 228-5562 or 228-5563, and see if you can unscramble these letters on your screen. Take a look. And let's see if you can work that out for me. That's your first word. Everything there looks like complete nonsense to me. But what word can you make when you unscramble the letters that are right there on your screen? So kindly unscramble those letters, work it out, and then work your fingers by giving me a call. 228-5562 or 228-5563. What word can you make when you unscramble the letters you see on your screen? And what do you come up with, really? I think it's a really interesting one. This one looks easy to even little simple-minded me. What word can you come up with when you unscramble these letters right now? 228-5562 or 228-5563. It's Friday, and so you're looking forward to the weekend. You're looking forward to so much to do as well. And remember, sketching some time for rest and relaxation. We have a call. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, that is wonderful to hear. And you are alive and you are awake.
Yeah.
Have you given consideration so far to what you will have for breakfast?
Not yet. Not yet.
Why, that's a little too early for you?
Yeah.
How do you wake up and not have something hot right away? I can't.
Well, I use some ginger, lime, and bay leaf.
And you boil that?
Yeah, that is for a start. And then later I will have something more heavier.
So a little heavier, like rice and peas?
No. Like little porridge.
Listen, I love oats. Do you?
Yeah.
Oats is so filling, but then oats wants me to have more
Yeah.
at the same time. But you're just like me, girl. All right. So, what word do you think you can make with these letters here?
Lung dancing.
Certain?
Yes, I'm absolutely right. Lung dancing.
You sound as though you gave me two words.
Huh?
You sound as though you've given to me two words.
It's lung dancing.
Are you adamant on this, right? You're unanimous in this.
I'm right.
Who's calling?
This is Helena.
Oh, Helena, good to meet you. First time speaking with you.
Yes, the first time.
Oh, you are so lovely. I love your spirit, Helena. Where are you watching from? St. George?
St. James.
Oh, St. James, not too far away. The Helenas tend to come from St. George. But good to hear from you, Helena. Oh, that's so wonderful. So I want you to know that you are right. And then I want you to have a wonderful day, Helena.
Okay, you too.
You're welcome. Don't be a stranger, Helena. Call back some other time, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. I love her voice. I love her spirit today. Helena got it right. Line dancing is the first one. But look at this one. Vatican. What do you get? As a new word on your screen, new word on your screen. What do you get when you unscramble these letters right here? What word do you get? If you tell me anything other than what I just told you, I'm going to tell you may not be right. So, what is this word? What is this word on your screen right now? Unscramble all these letters. Take your time. I believe it starts with a vowel. I could be wrong. What do you have on your mind? What is this word? What is this word? Look at those letters. Look at them. What word can you make? I think I'm right. Am I wrong? Prove me wrong. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Call me right now. Let the little ones call as well, because it is delightful to hear they're enjoying their holiday, but I know they still get up very early. They have things to do too. And so to the little ones who are watching, you have a chance. Take a chance. Test yourself. Test your eyes. Test your ability to, in your head, sort out some letters to make a word. What word do you see? This is so simple, for real. This is so simple. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Those are the numbers to call. I wonder if the summer camps are all done, though. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
Oh, I'm well. Thank you for asking, indeed. And so who's calling?
Carrie.
Hello, Carrie. I know it sounded like you, indeed. So, Carrie, how was your night?
Short.
The night is always the same number of hours. Why was yours shorter this time around?
I woke up about 1 o'clock and I couldn't get back to sleep.
I know that feeling. I know that. And then before you know it, it's time to get up again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And so you've only had a few hours of rest.
I would say so.
Would you have opportunity throughout the day to make up on that?
I don't usually sleep during the day.
You can't sleep during the day?
Uh-uh.
Why?
I don't know.
Sleeping is as simple as closing your eyes and lying down and just forgetting the whole world and drift off into dreams.
Okay.
You can't do that?
No.
Listen, I could sleep any time of day, anywhere in the day.
Uh-huh.
Does not bother me.
Good for you.
So given all of that, what do you plan to do today, Carrie?
Today, I would like to do some exercises this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to finish up some notes and things for a meeting on Wednesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're the secretary of your group?
No, I'm the president.
You're the president. And what's the organization?
The Multiple Sclerosis Society.
Okay. And so you have a meeting coming up on Wednesday and you have
Yes, please.
some notes to get together.
Yes, please.
All right. Just for a moment, how are you managing the MS?
I think I'm managing it pretty good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really, really glad to hear that. I know what it means, and so therefore it's good to know that you have not given up on yourself. Even
No,
though sometimes your
definitely
body sometimes your body wants to tell you something else, but you've not given up on yourself. And that's
Well, I'm
good.
in a wheelchair right now, but I still do what I got to do.
Do what you have to do. Keep doing so, Carrie. What's the word?
Vacation.
Correct, Carrie. Well done.
Thank you.
Enjoy your oats and enjoy making of your notes. And I wish you well. A wonderful weekend, okay?
Thank you. And you
very
have a
welcome.
good weekend, too.
Thank you so much as well. All right, folks. We had a little bit of fun there. And so what we'll do right now is take a break. And when we come back, I shall introduce you to the Queen of the Carnival.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
15 and a half minutes after 6 o'clock, we get excited about talking to you a little bit about what's coming up this week. Indeed, don't forget, crabbing is on tonight. Crabbing in St. Andrew is on tonight. Remember, they reminded you to gather at Long Pond, the entrance to Long Pond, for 6 o'clock. Because at 7 o'clock, you are padding up and you're getting on the truck and you're going looking for crabs. Everyone of any age, you are entitled to be a part of this spectacle tonight. And then on Saturday, night 2 of crabbing. At the end of each night, you get to cook your catch. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how that all unfolds. You all know me in this. Not me for nothing. Not me. All right, let's get started now by meeting the queen of the carnival, indeed, the Toronto Caribbean Carnival. This year, we are so proud to know that Beverly Gay was our queen representing Barbados in that grand parade. And so she joins me this morning. Beverly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Lyra, there you are. The name is on your chest. You're wearing the broken trident on your chest. You're wearing everything Barbados. What does it mean to you to represent in the way you represent in that city?
Well, first, good morning to Barbados. Good morning to you and your crew. And I should say good morning to Ms. Sharon. I never know that this outfit would cause so much attention. Many years ago, I was contacted by the Jamaican Association to host an Easter banquet with them. And the lady said to me, do you have anything that can represent Barbados, like a costume or anything? I said no, because at that time Barbados didn't really have a costume.
Mm-hmm.
I said I can think about something. So I phoned my niece Katrina and I said to her, can you find out if Mr. Abed's in Swan Street still sell the flag material? Because he's the only store in Barbados right now that carry this material. So she find out, she called me back. I called the store myself and I find out the width of the fabric. They give me the width. I got hold of my seamstress and she told me how many yards to buy.
Right.
I bought the yard, my niece went, she got it for me and she sent it through FedEx. I took it to my seamstress and I said to her how I want this fabric made. She make it for me. And the very first time I went on stage, at the banquet, I didn't know that there were so many Barbadians in that banquet hall that afternoon.
Wow.
After I finished host with my colleague, they said, okay, Beverly, you go and change into your outfit. I was the last to come on stage. And when I came out, they were big, pump me up with the music, pump me up.
Yes.
So I came up with my Barbados flag and I was working that stage. And when I came on, I hear this big loud and all the Barbadians stood up and they said, we want more. I came on 3 times on stage to parade that outfit. 3 times. Couple years after, I decide I'm going to go to Caribana and I'm going to wear this same outfit. I put on the outfit. From the time I enter the gates coming through, all I hear is, Miss Barbados, Miss Barbados, you represent Barbados so well. You and it going through the stands, through the mall, through the through the grounds of the parade ground. When I got a certain part in the grounds, I stopped and I asked him, I said, do Barbados have a band today? And the guy said, yes, but it's way behind.
Yes.
So I stood on the side and I saw a flash went off and I look up. It was a lady on a truck carrying the Barbados flag, and that was the truck that was playing the music for the Barbados band.
Yes.
And she gave me the thumbs up. Staying up, still minding my business, watching all the bands come through, and up come this other lady. She came to me, she said, Madam, can I ask you something? I said, certainly. She said, you represent Barbados to the fullest. And I said, who are you? She said, my name is Miss Sharon. I call her Miss Sharon, because back home we don't call anybody by the first name. She said, if I ask the judge to allow you to come on stage and represent Barbados with this outfit, would you go? I said, but I didn't really come down here to go on stage, He said, please do that for Barbados. You have on the full gear. So I went, and men in the stands just went wild again. All the Barbados flags in the stand just flying, and people, like, it was like pandemonium down there. But at my age, I'm getting old, so I just went like twice on the stage, and then I went off. I wore it another time because every time there's a Barbados event, I was always put on this outfit. I went down to Lamport Stadium last Thursday night when they was launching the floats. Same
Reactions.
response I got. Lots of people come in. Oh my God, you represent Barbados right through.
Yes.
People that I don't even know. Some wanted pictures from the smallest kid to the older folks. They want pictures.
Wow.
Last but not least, I went down to Oistins. Oh, well, it caused another stir down there. They even wanted me to go on stage, but I just, Alison Heights, I said, no, I am not going on stage tonight. A photographer came up to me and he said, I know he was interviewing me
Yes.
and somebody was videotaping it. And he said to me, you know that you represent Barbados right through from the earrings right down?
Wow.
He said, man, you should be on that stage with Alison. I said, no, sir, I really don't want to go up there tonight. And a lot of people coming up to me and they said, you know, your outfit really said a lot for your country. And I felt very proud of that, especially when I was at Lamport Stadium.
Yes.
I didn't know the name of the band. And I just hear, I messaged Miss Sharon. I say, what time the float is coming on? But at that time, my friend said to me, Beverly, listen, they're saying Pride of Barbados. I said, yes, that's our national flower. So when I hear, and here comes the band on the float for Pride of Barbados, I say, yes, that's my country, that's my flower. And I make such a loud noise in the stand that everybody clapped.
Yes.
Everybody, because I think I was the only Barbadian in that stand tonight, but there were a lot of Barbadians down there. Man, I was so excited, and the young lady that carried that float, she did well on the stage
Wow.
with that float. And also the guy that built that float, he should be awarded a gold medal because he makes the flowers like the live flower. He built the pattern the same way the live flower was. And I am very proud of my country, to be honest. So I was happy to represent them with this outfit. But it gone viral. And I said, you know what? Everybody calling me and telling me my pictures is all over the internet.
Yes.
It should be in Barbados. So I contact Miss Sharon again. I said, Miss Sharon, everybody seeing my pictures all up in, my niece saw it in, I think she was in Alaska when she first saw me.
Right.
And she messaged me, she said, Beverly, I saw you in Alaska. I said, who put it out there? She said, I don't know, but it's all in Alaska.
There
so
you
I never
are,
get
look.
to Alaska, but my picture did.
There you are on the screen in full regalia indeed. Trident top and bottom indeed. Look, beautiful indeed. And so for you, this is significant because you get to say to the
Yes.
rest of the world, you are Barbadian and you represent it beautifully
Yes.
indeed. Is this something that, and
Yes.
is this something you stumbled upon, you think? Or were you always so rich
you
in
mean-
Barbadian, a passion for Barbados?
Well, you see, I leave Barbados more than 35 years ago,
Really?
but that is my land of birth. So don't matter how long I'm out of my country, Barbados will always be my land of birth. So I'm happy to represent Barbados any form or fashion. And wherever I go, I would always be a Bajan.
I like it. You sound it too. Always be a bitch.
Well, yes. Yes. You know, we don't have an accent.
Yes.
They say that Barbadians doesn't have an accent.
Yes.
Wherever we go, we're easily to recognize
That's
with
right.
our voice.
That's right.
And some people call us Beji.
That's all right, you know. But in a foreign land, over 30-something years now, and retaining your true identity means that you have to immerse yourself in all the cultural norms that we know, from the food to the drink to the music to everything. Do you do that?
Sometimes, yes. I still cook a lot of my Barbadian food, and like if we have like an event up here, we have to bring like a Barbadian dish. They love Barbadian macaroni pie
Girl.
because they say that Barbados is the only country that macaroni pie do not shackle out. When they cut it, it's always firm. So, and they say, how you guys get your macaroni pie like that? I say, well, you have to use a lot of cheese. You know, so I
Yes.
was telling them how we make it. So that is one of the things they always request,
Yeah.
either the macaroni pie or the beef stew. Because they say we make a good beef stew.
No, shackle out.
Yes.
I love
Yeah, that's what we call it. That's a real Bajan slang,
I
a shackle
tell you.
out.
But to hear this Bajan Canadian still using the Bajan terms, still shackle out. I love it indeed. And so, how many, you said you, and at your different appearances, you discovered, oh my goodness, there's so many other people who are from Barbados. How do you
Yes.
feel in that metropolitan state, you know, knowing that you can't easily get to another set of Barbadians?
Well, you see, Bajans here keep very quiet. You would never know it's a Bajan unless you meet them.
Yes.
Because, we are well behaved according to here.
Of course.
And I'll give you a history. One morning I was traveling on a bus going to work. And I traveled on that bus for many mornings and never knew that the driver was a Barbadian. How I knew he was a Barbadian, when he moved off, his bus clipped a lady. And he stopped the bus and he get out. He said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "You're a Barbadian." And he said, "Yes." I said, "And I travel with you every morning and you never open your mouth." And that is how I knew that guy was from Barbados. But there are lots of us up here, but
Wow.
we
keep quiet.
we keep very quiet.
Keep quiet.
Yes, very quiet.
Have you ever found yourself in other whether it's the mall or anywhere, and suddenly you heard someone who sounded like you, and you turned around and thought, "Wait, hold on, you have to be Barbadian." Have you had those moments too?
Yes, but I wouldn't go up to them. I would say, "Hi, Beji," and they would laugh. And I said, "Man, I could hear that accent from a mile." That's what I would tell them.
Yes, it did. Beverly, don't go anywhere. I'll take a break. I want to come back and hear more about your involvement in the culture in Toronto as well, and that moment when you had a chance to get up on stage with Alison Hines and you declined it. We'll talk about that after the break in just a moment.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morning.
We are absolutely thrilled to meet Barbadians everywhere who are proud to say that they are from Barbados, they are Barbadians, and so they continue, though where they're over there, wherever over there is, to immerse themselves in the thing we do here. And so Beverly Gay is one of them. She loves to show that she is from Barbados. She loves the music of Barbados. She loves the food of Barbados. She loves the sound of the accent of Barbados. She immerses herself in all of that, of what we call who we are. And so one of those activities that they held recently in Toronto is what they called the OIS Toronto. OIS Toronto, you ask yourself, what's that about? And so she told us before we took the break that Alison Hines were there recently. And let's take a look at Alison's performance in Toronto.
We're going from left to right. Left to right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Take it back and take it back and take it back and take it. Come on there, take it back and take it back and take it back and take it. A little faster. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Faster. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Everybody
Posse! Right there, Beverly Gay. You had a chance as Queen of the Carnival to get up there with the Queen of Soca, and you declined it? How shameful.
Yes, I did. Because, it was so overwhelming. They said that so many people were taking my photos and I wasn't aware because I met a friend that I met here over 20-something years or more. And she saw me. She said, "Bev, I saw you, but I didn't know it was you. But I saw you at a stall buying fish cakes." I said, "Yes, it was me." She said, "My God, everybody had their phone on you." And you can hear the crowd talking. This lady really represents Barbados right through in her full gear.
Yes.
So when the guy came to me, he said, "Can I take you on stage with Alison Hines?" I said, "Not tonight. I'm not going up there tonight." He said, man, you should be up there with Harrison Heights. I said, sir, not tonight.
Not tonight.
But he did interview me, so it's somewhere up there also.
Where are you from in Barbados?
3rd Avenue, Hearts Gap, Christchurch.
Aha. You know, can I say
Yes.
it? You know, I have in the studio
Yes.
with me, my cameraman in the studio with me is also from Hearts Gap. And he looked at you, he said, did you ask her where she's from? I said, no, but I will. And so in your response, I looked at him and he gave me the nod to say, y'all are related. Let me see. Do you know the Binos?
We are related.
Do you know?
With the Biners. Oh, yes, yes. Peter Biner. Good morning,
No, you
Peter.
got it. Peter, come, Peter. Come, let her see your face. Join me over here, Peter. I want you to see your family. Move faster, Peter.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
a very quiet young
Good
man.
morning, Mr. Biner.
But no, do you recognize
Very
his
nice.
face?
Of course.
There you go. That's Peter for you. And so, yeah,
Yes, and-
right away. That's good to reconnect. Thank you, Pete.
But my dad was well known, you know. My dad was well known in Barbados. I don't know if you know the name, Willard King. That was my dad.
Aha. You see how Peter's saying, yeah.
Yes.
So it's good to be able to hear, even on this show, to reconnect both yourselves, you know, you and Peter.
Yes.
So as Hearts Gap people, and indeed, so well done. So talk to me a little bit about
Yes.
living there and reflecting on your time in Hearts Gap.
Well, to be honest, I leave Barbados under physical duress. And when I came to Canada, I did not know no one in Canada. I just had to get away. And coming to Canada, it was a big change. You know, the culture, you meet so many people from walks of life. And I came as a nanny. And then I went to school and I did the nursing course. But at first when I came, you know, you go to bus stop in the morning, because I heard you ask Ms. Sharon that same question, and you will say good morning. It was very hard to get away from that, because, you know, we grew up coming along and we say good morning to everybody that we
Right.
meet on the street, old and young. And I can recall I was at the bus stop one morning around 6:30, and I was in the shed standing, and a lady came in. No, I found her there, and I said, good morning, ma'am. And she said to me, what's so good about the morning? I said that you are alive and you're not dead.
Right.
And she said to me, you are very rude. I said, and you are very ill-mannered. So from then I had to break myself from saying good morning, but it took me a long time to get away from that habit.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then I decided I'm going to go and do nursing. And as soon as I went to the college and tried to register, the lady said to me, where you're from? I said, I'm Barbadian. She said, oh, you're under the British. You don't have to bring no transcript, nothing like that.
Yes.
You are grade 12. I said, grade 12? I said, we don't call it grade 12 in Barbados. We call it kindergarten, elementary, and high school.
Yes.
So I said, what age do you go at grade 12? And then she was, you know, she told me.
Yes.
So we had a good laugh. She said, no, you're fine. And I registered, you know, and the rest is
The rest
history.
is history, indeed. And there you are living your life.
Yeah, but to be honest, I never encountered, you know, like really racism up here, as people say they do. Only once I encountered that with a guy, and he poked me in my rib and said to me, go back where you come from. At first, I thought I was sitting on his jacket because it was the winter.
Right.
And so I shift wrong again, and he gave me another poke in my rib. That's when I realized that this guy, you know, no. So the train came to a standstill with me and him in there.
I can imagine, because
Yeah, they call
the
it.
Beijing and you came out.
Oh, yes. I hold him by his neck and I said, I'll bite up your swallow pipe in here tonight. And somebody pressed the yellow button. The train come to stop and the conductor came running. He said, Mom, please let him go. Let him go.
Wow.
I said, how dare you tell me to go back to my country and you're an immigrant like me?
Yes.
You know? And I saw him many years after he did it to another lady and she started to cry. I said, don't cry. I had this problem with this gentleman before, and I had to bring the train came to a standstill. But, you know, put aside that, I have never encountered that kind of racism here that I heard many people did.
Oh, boy, how
Yeah.
fortunate you are. From where you sit and you reflect and you look at Barbados today, because I'm sure you follow the
Yes.
news, you see what's happening as well. What's your take on Barbados today, the state of Barbados today?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Barbados developed so much for the last couple of years. When I home, you know, there's so many things to see. And at times we doesn't acknowledge our country. Barbados is beautiful. You know, when I realized we really have a beautiful country, I was home in February and I was home again in March. And I had a tour of my country. Man, we have so much beauty down there to see. So, you know, I could be a good ambassador for my country
Clearly.
because I can tell people where to go and where to visit. I just tell them where to shop when they go home. I say, shop in the locals, support the locals.
Yes.
You can get your nice flying fish, you can get your nice bottle of rum, and I would tell them where to go. And they always say, but you know, Barbados is so expensive. I say, yes, we are. And I say, you know why is that? They said, no. I said, because our dollar is very strong.
Yes.
And many people think that Barbados is a rich country because I get that everywhere I go in Toronto. From the time they hear Barbados, they say, oh, you guys got a rich country. I said, no, we are not. We are not rich. We had good prime ministers from both sides, Democratic, BLP. But I must say, Mr. Bowen, right, is your name? A lot of people in Toronto come up to me. They love my prime minister so much. Oh, if she know the recognition that she gets up here from my co-workers, people that never met her. Oh my God, it's like every day when people, your prime minister is very brilliant. She talks from her mouth. She doesn't read from a paper. I said, yes, they are. They're a very brilliant family. So just to let my prime minister, Mia, one day I hope to meet you. And one day I hope to meet Miss Sandra Mason. Because everywhere I go, sir, people stop me and ask me if I'm Sandra Mason.
You know, you're right.
No,
I'm looking at the face.
Especially when I have on my big hat. Because I love my hats.
Right.
Whenever I have on my hat, I get that. So one day I hope to meet this lady. I look so much like her, I have to say it for myself.
You know, Beverly, you're such a fascinating woman. You do what you do so well. You do it with passion, and you do it with a smile in your heart that translates to your voice and to your face. And I love that.
Yes.
And because of that, it was a pleasure talking to you today. You know,
yes.
And I hope that into all the spaces that you do get a chance to continue to spread the word of Barbados, that it redounds to our real benefit. People want to come and experience what you talk about. You were saying you're about to say something.
And one day I hope to meet you in person.
One day soon. The day that you meet the president is the day that you and I shall meet.
I know. I would love to meet her because I get that all the time. And I want to say, good morning, Barbados. Thanks for everyone that joined in and listened to me, even though I have so much butterflies in my stomach, but they're going now. And Mr. Boyne, you're very good at what you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having
me
on this
appreciate
morning.
that, Beverly. Thank you so much indeed. Beverly Gay is her name, indeed, a true Bajan to the bone. And we call her the Queen of the Carnival, but oh boy, is she the Queen of Barbados. You can see by the way she regally wears what she wears. You can see by the way she carries herself. You can see by the way she continues to have that Bajan spirit within with others with whom she interacts indeed. And so it is required of all of us now to be able to draw from that strength and everywhere we go represent this island with honor. Thank you so much, Beverly. Indeed, have a lovely day. We're back in just a moment.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m. in Queen's Park. Over 300 still walkers, dancers, drummers, aerialists, a full theatrical production, and a live orchestra will transform the space into a cultural spectacle. Come out and experience live performances from Alison Hines, Mahalia, Mikey, Adrian Clark, Wesley Wallace, Nikita, and more. This is more than a show. It's a moment for the region. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Carifesta 15, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. On Friday, August 22nd, Queen's Park is the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? then Morning Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
We're 19 now to go to 7 o'clock. There is a charity that is created to provide opportunity. And I deliberately say it that way because oftentimes when people find themselves running afoul of the law, we shut off opportunity. And so we want to be able this morning to share with you a way that you can take that opportunity to be a part of the process towards rehabilitation. That charity is called Pathway to Recovery. And some of the people behind are with me this morning. I'm happy to be joined by the president of Pathway to Recovery, the charity, superintendent of prisons, you know him, DeCarlo Payne. Good morning to you, Mr. Payne.
Thanks, Pearson.
Thank you for coming. The PRO you've brought along with you, John Bowen. That's a good last name.
Yes, good morning. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir.
And you're a face that you recognize so well, one of the trustees to the charity, Dr. Grenville Phillips II.
Thank you.
I know your father.
Yes.
And so I know you as well.
Okay.
All right, so good morning to each of you gentlemen.
Good morning.
Talk to me about it, Superintendent, about the reason for the charity.
Okay, thanks, Pearson, for having me. The charity would have officially launched sometime around March 23rd this year, but it sprung up a research paper that I would have done sometime back while I was on training in the UK. And as a result of that, I came back with the idea and we had a discussion on it. And because the public is always quick to judge those individuals when they are released from the institution, we felt it necessary to have this structure put in place where you can actually help to bring these people along, and it's going to serve the country in a lot of different ways because one, is going to reduce recidivism, two, they're going to contribute meaningfully to the society, and as a result then it's a win-win for everyone. So as a result of that, that was what drove us to start the charity basically.
In other words, you saw a problem and you sought to have a solution.
Yes, please.
Dr. Grenville Phillips will tell you he wants empirical data. That's the kind of man he is. And so talk to me a little bit about, if you can give it almost real numbers, the problem that we're faced with, how people, who leave prison, the challenges they have, how many people are really struggling, and give us a sense of the magnitude of the problem.
Okay, thanks, Pearson, for that. What we are seeing is that there's some who have a background to sort of draw back to a family background and support, and then there are others who most of them came into the institution with no fixed place of abode. So clearly, if the majority has no fixed place of abode, it means that there have to be some mechanism put in place or some social structure put in place that can assist these people with, firstly, housing on release, because if they don't get housing, then they'll add to the homeless who are on the streets and such like it. And it'll also add to that revolving door in relation to committing crime and coming back to the institution. So I don't have the figures in terms of the numbers, but I know that there are a large amount of them that are going back into society, and because they don't have that support mechanism and then the opportunity to really get some place to stay, housing, at least for that first 6 to 9 months, that they will find themselves back into the institution. Then it would appear as though the prison is not really doing much, even though we are doing a lot, because based on our rehabilitative programming, we have over 20-something programs that we actually are running there. And then we have the traditional programs and we have contemporary programs which we're actually moving in terms of the digital age as well. So we're trying to do as much as we can, because it's about talking and walking, and not just talking and doing nothing else.
Yeah. And so doing is where you come in now, John. Help us understand what it is that the charity needs to be able to do for these ex-prisoners. What is required to help them reintegrate?
Okay, you would have heard the President speaking and some of the challenges we are facing. In order to accomplish certain things, we would need to raise funds. And so we are holding out to the public and for aid in some of the activities that we are having. We're having a fundraising activity there, a concert. As a matter of fact, a concert on August 31st, 2025.
Okay.
At 3:30 p.m. at the Lesser Vaughan Secondary School in Kean Garden, St. Thomas. Now, that's going to be a very exciting time. We've come together as a group and we are really serious about this, Barbados. We want to help those individuals, as we can see what's happening here on this little rock, this little beautiful rock. So on August 31st, 2025, yes. We are having a concert, 3:30 p.m. Lesser Vaughan Secondary School, $20 tickets for adults, $10 for children. And we are going to have a number of performances. We're going to have a person who would have won gold at NIFCA there. We're going to have two individuals who would have won bronze at the NIFCA there as well, performing dance and drama. And our main theater part will be the Queen's College dance group. You must see that group. All right, so there are a number of things that we're having. We're going to also be having there some food items for sale. All right, we're going to have the normal hot dogs and chicken wings, but we're going to have the #1 seller at the prison bread. And we want beer just to come out. It's going to be exciting. Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes, the #1 seller.
The bread.
The bread.
The bread.
Yes,
and
sir.
so where can people get tickets from?
We can get tickets. Good. Thank you, Pearson.
Not a problem.
We can actually get the tickets. You can contact our ticket sales center is at the Bishop's office. You can contact Miss Linda Johnson at the Bishop's office, the Catholic Church Complex.
Oh, the Catholic.
Opposite the Presbytery, Jamus Lane entrance, St. Michael. And the contact number is 426-3510.
Right, so at the Roman Catholics location in Jamus Lane is where you go. Ask them, where can I get tickets for this activity on the 31st?
The 31st.
And get your ticket as soon as possible.
Yes,
it's open
sir.
to adults and children.
And children
so
as
we
well.
want you all to come and lend you, because the funds go a long way towards the work you're trying to do.
Yes.
And then Granville, what is it about this that attracts you to be a trustee?
Yes, well, we want to help. And we are sort of helping in some silos and bringing them all together. This is an exciting project. So what we are trying to do is, if there are any persons with abandoned properties, maybe your father died and the place is there and is run into ruin, we will take it over for 9 months, and the inmates will use their labor and fix it up. And therefore, after 9 months, then the owner has a rentable property, and then we move on to another property and then another property. So we're not keeping the properties. We're just fixing them up rather than having them dilapidated and abandoned, so that Barbados benefits by having these rental properties. The inmates benefit because we also treat, while they're there, we are extended the transition period. So there's a transition program within the prison, and then when they come out, then they come to Pathway to Recovery, and what we do then is we will train them to become better, to become more polite and kinder and better employees, and train them how to start businesses, and better husbands and fathers, better people.
Yeah, give them something active to do. When you have nothing to do, that's when other thoughts would come into your mind. And so giving them something real and active to do so they can see the result of their effort as well gives you a sense of achievement. And so I like the initiative here, but you need to find these houses to repair. So what's the appeal here?
We are hoping that anyone who has an abandoned house, they contact us. They can send us a WhatsApp at 546-1596, 546-1596, or an email at pathwaytorecovery246@gmail.com. That's Pathway to Recovery, the name of the charity, 246, Barbados is extension, at gmail.com. Because we don't want them to call because we are too busy.
You'll be flooded.
Right, but then we will then take that information, and then we will, now those who are coming, those ex-inmates who are coming, they'll be vetted by the psychologists and the social persons within the prison, so that we have people that are really ready to improve.
I love this. Teach a man to fish. Don't
Yes.
just give him the fish.
Yes.
Teach
Yes.
that man to fish.
Yes. Yes.
And so, folks, it's a new charity. It's called Pathway to Recovery. It is managed literally by the president, who is the superintendent of prisons, and he has some other experts with him. Dr. Grenville Phillips himself, an engineer. And so together they put together a program to reintegrate some who really have skills. When you explain to me about the bread, you know, they're in prison, you find some really talented people.
Very much so.
And so we
Yes.
want to harness that
Yes,
talent in a very
sir.
meaningful way
Yes.
at the end of their incarceration.
Yeah.
And this is why Pathway to Recovery exists. So do follow up. Give them a call if you have an abandoned property that needs some love, as Julie Dash would say. Give them a call and certainly come out to the concert as well, because every cent goes a long way to helping someone in need indeed. And so, gentlemen, I want to thank you because they tell me I'm out of time. But thank you so very much indeed. DeCarlo Payne, Superintendent of Prison, he's also the President of Pathway to Recovery. The PRO, who's also a prison officer, is John Bowen, great name. And Dr. Grenville Phillips, who is one of the trustees to this charity as well. All the best, gentlemen.
Thanks very much.
All right, you are very welcome. You're very welcome.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We're also accepting donations as well.
Right.
So we received some of our contact information already. So feel
Good.
free to give us
To
a
g-
donation.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be right back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We gather as one, united Caribbean. We join hands in one big cultural explosion. To the heartbeat of the drum, our rhythm in the sun. With pride and passion, time for celebration. Let's show the world boundless creativity. Let's show the world the beauty of our artistry. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Our roots, Caribbean roots. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Roots, Caribbean roots. Cari Festa. Cari Festa. Barbados. Cari Festa.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Listen, we're talking crabbing right now, but we're also talking regathering in St. Andrew this weekend. Actually, tonight. With me is Shanimika Watson, who is part of the parish organizing committee. Good morning, Shamika.
Good morning.
And with her is Javier Knight, who is the coordinator of another activity as part of regathering, but he's part of You Report Barbados. Shamika, tonight, girl, this weekend is about crabbing.
Tonight. It is. And it's more about crabbing, more than crabbing, sorry. Tonight we're doing the crabbing experience where you guys can come on. We're inviting all of Barbados. This is an open invitation, Pearson, hint. But but we are inviting you guys to come on down to Long Pond. We're going to be going crabbing, getting on some trucks, and we're going out to different locations, and we're going to catch some crabs where we will prepare tomorrow at the marquee event.
So tonight is the catch and tomorrow is the marquee event?
Yes, we're also doing some crabbing.
Tomorrow.
Yes, but we're also crabbing tomorrow as well, but tonight is the main crabbing experiences tonight. We put it in the work.
Gather the interest in Long Pond for 6 o'clock.
Yes, please.
7 o'clock, we're trucking up and we're getting out.
We're heading out, yeah.
We're finding those creepy crawly things and we're gathering them. Children are also invited
Yes,
to
they
come,
are.
right?
Children are definitely invited to come along.
Is there registration?
Yes, there's a registration. Unfortunately, it's closed. The registration for tomorrow's event is closed. But tonight, there's no pre-registration required. Just come on down.
Right.
It's informal tonight. You can just come on down and we'll go crabbing on the
Of course, have on long pants,
protective
boots.
gear. Yes,
Don't let
and
those
remember
things
your
climb under.
gloves. Yeah. Listen, it's not that bad.
I can feel it on me already.
It's not that bad.
All right, fair enough. It's not that bad. I'll take your word for it.
Right.
But people clearly have a wonderful experience in this.
They do.
And then tomorrow is the big marquee event.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. So tomorrow we will be, again, we're going out crabbing, 7:30. I think there's two crabbing tours tomorrow, 7:30 and 8:30.
Right.
But we're going to have live entertainment. We're going to have just a whole host of events going on. So it's a social gathering tomorrow. But
all at Long Pond.
All at Long Pond.
All at Long Pond, which is really easy to find indeed.
Quite.
But you report, you're part of the celebrations in St. Andrew this month as well. What is it you guys are doing?
Well, firstly, let me just say good morning, Barbados. But let me just explain a bit about what You Report is. So, You Report is an online platform, fully digital, and what we aim to do is to amplify youth voices, right? So we act as a megaphone, and through polling, discussions, online engagement, we're able to gauge the views of the youth, and not only gauge those views, but to ensure that those views are taken to policymakers, also change makers, and empowering young persons to speak up and to advocate for the things that they want to advocate for. In conjunction with St. Andrew and We're Gathering, we're going to be focusing on an anti-violence workshop. So we're going to be talking a bit about what violence is, getting the views of the youth on how they think we can curb violence and the impacts that violence also has on the community.
When is that workshop?
That is on August 19th. From
the 15th. That's next week.
Yes, next week.
Next week Tuesday, as a matter of fact.
Next week Tuesday.
Where is the workshop?
It's at Walker's Reserve.
Yeah, Walker's Reserve.
Oh, yes, Walker's Reserve. And so, what time is the workshop?
It's actually from 9
from 9.
3.
Yeah,
so
it's a full day of activity.
Yes.
And in that workshop is a workshop, so you got to work. You're not just talking, but you're designing responses to the concerns that would be raised in that as well.
Yeah.
Targeted at youth?
Yes.
Yes.
Adolescents, pre-adolescents to adolescents.
You know, I know that's not a number for me.
So from around ages 10, and upward,
Okay.
But it's also art as well is going to be involved in the workshop because we are the St. Andrew is the arts. So we're also going to have them do expressions through art. So it's going to be a combined thing that we're going to have on Tuesday.
Walker's Reserve is where we're going on the 19th for the workshop for young people where you can amplify your voice to providing you with a space and a megaphone to holler and indeed to share your view, and out of it you're helping to shape the responses as well because the workshop is going to be active. Take a look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen. You get a sense of the list of activities for the next few days. I mean, this is just the next few days because there's another page that tells you beyond that until the end of the month. But crabbing is tonight and tomorrow night. Tonight, and for each of them, you will be gathering at the mouth of Long Pond. That's where we'll all assemble because tonight we'll trucking up and we're going into the wild to get some crabs. And then tomorrow, 2 crab trips, 7:30 and 8:30. But the music, the festivity, the food, the fun, the fellowship, and the eating of the crab takes place as well tomorrow. So we encourage as many of you as possible.
Yes.
Because tomorrow is already fully subscribed.
Yes.
Tonight you can come. It's open, open, open. Just come. Be adequately clad and be a part of it. And then turn up at Walker's Reserve for 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Yes.
On Tuesday to be a part of the workshop. We want to hear your voice about violence, your concerns as young people from age 10 and up about violence, and what you also see to be the solutions to this problem as well. So thanks both of you.
You are welcome, and thanks for having us.
Sounds like good things indeed. Shamika Watson, Javier Knight of your report. Thank you all.
You are welcome.
All right. We're back with Morning Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Take a look at some news now. Residents of St. Andrew are petitioning for spaces to properly socialize, build up the community, and for vendors to sell their wares. These calls came as the St. Andrew Forum took place at the Alling School. Prime Minister Mayor Amar Motley has pledged to accommodate where necessary. Here's a report now from Rachel Agard. All right, we'll hope to have that report from Rachel Agard in just a little while. The Caribbean's vulnerability to hurricanes, floods, and other natural disasters has prompted on innovation in preparedness. The Ross University School of Medicine has officially launched a Caribbean Emergency and Disaster Medicine Center known as CEDMED. That center will serve as a regional hub for training, research, and strengthening emergency response capacities across the islands. It's going to be a short newscast. Prices will go up, but there's a bright light ahead. President of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Paul Innes, says the U.S. trade tariffs will impact businesses and the consuming public. He says there will be implications for exporters of products into the U.S. market, as well as for importers, retailers, and distributors and wholesalers, since Barbados imports a significant amount of goods from the U.S. The BCCI president told CBC News that mechanisms and business arrangements already are in place and are getting active attention from members as they eye diversification of supply chains. To sports now, controversy is looming in the island's only indigenous sport. A group of concerned members of the Barbados Road Tennis Association are threatening to take the local governing body to court by filing an injunction against the executive board. The problem at hand stems from questions raised about the financial controls in that association. And the members, led by Michael Harris Jr., recently held a media conference to call for government to intervene before the Barbados Road Tennis Association begins this meeting this weekend. The members have already written to the BRTA in a letter dated the 15th of July, requesting an extraordinary general meeting to address the issues, and the group of members says this is a second request for a meeting following an initial one on the 15th of June. However, in response, the association asked Mr. Harris to resubmit his letter, indicating the membership of those he's representing that has to be verified, their financial status confirmed, and whether the required threshold has been met. Our news has reached out to the President Frederick Blunt for comment, but so far none has been received. Let's look at news. More news coming up at noon here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back in just a moment.
Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the CariFest 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m. in Queen's Park. Over 300 still walkers, dancers, drummers, aerialists, a full theatrical production, and a live orchestra will transform the space into a cultural spectacle. Come out and experience live performances from Alison Hines, Mahalia, Mikey, Adrian Clark, Wesley Wallace, Nikita, and more. This is more than a show. It's a moment for the region. Admission is free. Don't miss it. CariFest 15, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. On Friday, August 22nd, Queen's Park, it's the CariFest 15 opening ceremony.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're approaching 8 minutes now after 7 o'clock today, Panama Day. We are thrilled and delighted to have in with us Panama's Minister of Foreign Affairs on island. He's with me this morning, His Excellency Javier Martinez Acha. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to Barbados.
Good morning, sir. Good morning to all Barbadians. This is a very important day for Panama. We celebrate the foundation of Panama City, and also is the Panama Days in Barbados. So I am very happy to be here.
Talk to me about the significance of the Panama City, since today is one of those days when it's a signal moment.
Well, we today celebrate the foundation of the modern Panama City. And we have festivities in which the whole community gathers to make these celebrations. And Barbadians, Panamanians with Barbadian past are also part of the celebration. You know, we have a shared history of contribution and migration between Barbados and Panama. Many Barbadians live in the late 19th century to help Panamanians build the canal. That's an effort that we could not forget. Many Panamanians still trace back their heritage back to Barbados, and they're very proud of that. So for us, it's very important our, kinship, relationship with Barbados, because you are part of our history. And by the way, a very successful contribution made by Barbadians to the Panamanian building of the canal.
Indeed, so I mean, that's part of the history we study here on the island as well. So most Barbadians would know that very much in the early 1900s, that thousands of Barbadians migrated to Panama to assist in that building of that now significant pathway for commerce and trade around the world, known as the Panama Canal. But thousands more followed as family, and so have established themselves on Panama and remitted to Barbados to further develop Barbados as well. So the relationship we know is significant. And
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The region is very significant. We do share a lot. In Panama, the Barbarian culture is present in our rhythm, calypso. In our food, we have a spicy stew, also plantain dishes, languages. Yes, we have a strong bond. Our relation is not just about government; it's about people. We have a bound history. We are united in purpose, and also we cherish our common culture.
Barbados had established an embassy in Panama since 2019 or thereabouts. You are now establishing on our end an embassy in Barbados. How significant is that for Panama?
It's very significant for many purposes. Cultural, for also the bilateral relations in terms of commerce and trading. Remember that Panama is a crossroad in the Americas with our maritime hubs, aerial hub, the financial service industry, plus also the service industry around all this, the different special economic zone that we do have. And Barbados also has a strong financial service, plus a very, very attractive tourist industry, and a very important location between Africa, the Caribbean, and then Panama. So we can build, you know, a route, a path. Barbados could be the gate, the port, and the bridge between the continent and Africa and the Caribbean. So that's a very important position that we do see in Barbados.
And I know over time the breaking down of the language, we call it language barriers. You know, you speak a different language from mine. You speak fluently 3 languages, very good for you. And so to be able to be understood as we do business in real time is also going to be critical. Part of the mission of our government is to expand the use of Spanish in particular in our schools from the child all the way through as a wider society, so we can communicate with the global south, as we refer to it. And I'm sure from your end as well, that's also equally important.
Yes, indeed. I understand that there is an effort from the Barbados government to go to Panama and allow Barbadians to learn Spanish in Panama. There's a school in the old town of Panama, Casco Viejo, dedicated to teach Spanish to foreigners. But the language should not be a barrier, because the Panamanians use English for business purposes. So every day we can see more Panamanians, you know, talking English. So don't be afraid of that.
What do you see to be Panama's foreign policy as relates to the Caribbean?
Okay, Panama and Barbados are partners in regional leadership. We do have strong voices in climate change advocacy, in sustainable development, and also in maritime cooperation. It's very important that we promote connectivity. And we want to ensure that small nations and medium nations have their voices heard in global affairs. We cannot be ignored in important decisions in climate change, for example, in the financing of projects to minimize the impact of climate change, because it's not fair that we in this region, Panama is not, hit in a very important level by climate change, but some islands in the Caribbean are hit every year. So the access to appropriate financing is very important to recover and to minimize the impact and to mitigate the impact and to prevent the impact. So the voice of the Prime Minister is very important, and our President, Jose Molino, is committed also to multilateralism, and we share that. We have that in common. You know, as I just said, we want to build a relationship between governments, but also it's about people. We have a common past enriched by our history, enriched by our culture, but united in purpose.
Well said. You talked about people, movement of people for leisure, movement of people for work and employment. Let's talk about that, because more and more Barbadians are falling in love with Panama.
No, thank you.
Very much so. So we've traveled there now in quite significant
we have 4
numbers.
frequencies, and we are trying to increase that.
Yeah.
One more from Copa, and I will convey the message to the Copa board, because that's our flag, our national flag carrier. And we are very proud of that airline. Is a motive of pride, because they are considered one of the best airlines in the continent. So yes, we're moving forward. We have a lot in common. We share a beautiful history, and we have a very, very, very pair of leaders in Panama and here in Barbados.
The opportunity for commerce, though, because yours is a population of over 4 million people.
Yes,
in Panama. And so for a person in Barbados, a manufacturer in Barbados, this is a very real market. How do you see, as foreign minister, creating the linkages and the opportunities for business to come together to take advantage of those opportunities?
Good answer. Good question. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the president of Chamber of Commerce. We are planning to organize a business trip from Barbados to Panama and from Panama to Barbados. In fact, a very important entrepreneur from Barbados was interested in a specific field to establish a manufacturing facility to export from Panama to the region. It's very important to know that we are an associated member of Mercosur. It is a market of 300 million persons. So yes, don't worry about the size of your populations. We are an open economy. We are a pro-business government, and we are willing to facilitate the landing of entrepreneurs from Barbados, or from the Caribbean, to establish in Panama, and to create prosperity for the Panamanian people, to create jobs, and of course, to increase the relationship in the business field, but most important, in the people-to-people relationship.
Absolutely. The world is challenged in significant ways from the global north. You're the global south. And so, as it relates to tariffs, access to goods and services as well, given some supply chain challenges as well, how do you see Panama playing a role in alleviating some of the concerns of these small island states of the Caribbean?
Well, the tariff have been managed depending on the strategic from the United States. So far, we are at the 10% level. We consider ourselves an ally of the United States. We do have a free trade agreement with them. We do have more than 20 free trade agreements with different countries. So the opportunities for investors in Panama are great. Remember that our hub in the canal area allows us to be very competitive in terms of exporting goods. So yes, changes have been seen in the trade volume around different areas of the world, but Panama could play a very important role in diminishing those impacts to other countries because of our location and because of our privileged relationship with the United States.
Minister, I want to take a break here, but when we come back, I want to look more about who and what Panama is, because as I told you, Barbadians are excited about flying to Panama and are taking so that opportunity to explore what's happening there. So we'll talk about that and a whole lot more in just a moment. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
21 after 7 o'clock, we're sitting with Panama's Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Javier Martinez Acha. He's on Barbados today, Panama Day, not just to open the embassy in Barbados, but to also talk a little bit more about the relationship between these two states, Panama and Barbados, and how together mutually we can benefit. And so, Minister, I want to talk now about an area which I know that you're strong in, finance, banking, and technology, essentially. Yeah. We are on the cusp of Barbados of launching a service known as BIMPay, which is online, fast-moving, within seconds, money moves, and it's supposed to be a way to circumvent, if I'll use that word very, very guardedly, other methods of transfers of money. Does that system exist in Panama?
Yes, we do have it. It's called JAPI. It was developed by the most important bank in Panama and probably in the region, Banco General. And also we do have the ACH payment system. Both systems are very, very effective, very, very secure, and they help business develop in a more efficient manner. So my opinion, coming from the banking system, I strongly recommend it.
Strongly recommended indeed. Panama, we know the city, we know the canal, we know the shopping, we know those kinds of things.
And the cuisine, you should see, the cuisine in Panama is very different from many regions. The barbarian influence is felt in the spicy stew and the plantation dishes. Also the calypso. There is an area in Panama, it's called Rio Abajo, where you can hear the calypso. Wow. Also in the Atlantic in Colón.
So pretty much you will feel at home. We'll feel fully at home.
Yes. Panama is an open society. It's a very open society. We are proud of our heritage. Again, the barbarians played a very important role in the success of Panama as a nation. Many barbarians left your country to go to Panama to engage in the most important project of the 20th century in the continent, the construction of the Panama Canal. Many died, many died. I believe your country probably has the biggest toll in death during the construction of the canal. But that effort is always remembered in Panama. And when we expanded the canal at the beginning of this century and opened it in 2016, we know that that canal expanded wouldn't be possible without the effort of many barbarians, Caribbean people, Chinese, Americans, Panamanians. So the marrow of the canal is the result of the effort of many nationalities. And today we are very proud of our canal. It represents, the expanded canal, it represents more than 60% of the total revenues. Right now, more than 180 countries are benefited by the Canal of Panama, by the Spanish Canal. Also, 1,900 ports around the world are engaged with the canal. 70% of all container cargoes going to the USA or from the USA transit through the canal, and 40% of all energy export from Texas to Asia transit through the canal. So the canal is a Panamanian asset for the benefit of the whole world. The Barbadians played a very important role.
Indeed, so I mean, it's a world treasure. Indeed,
Yes.
it's a marvel for the
Yeah.
world to behold. Indeed, it's the biggest port, the most significant port, connecting ports all over the world. The embassy, the presence of the embassy here, which is, by the way, folks, in Hastings, just there near to the Trident, you know the
In
Trident.
front of
building,
Trident. In front of Trident.
There you
In front of
go.
Trident.
St. Matthias area, that's where the embassy is. What are the services that would be offered?
All
at
the
embassy?
services, you know, for commerce, trading, tourism. We have a great ambassador with a lot of experience. She speaks perfect English, also French. We trust her, and her mission is to increase everything with Barbados, trading, tourism, academic exchanges, etc. This is not about only government. Remember, this is about people. Academics, tourism, musicians, entrepreneurs. Again, we are bound by history, enriched by culture, and united in purpose.
Very well said indeed. And so we're happy to know that today this happens, the opening of the embassy, as the minister said to us, you know, the ambassador is excited and prepared to begin real business conversations with, what's her name, by the way, so that we get to know her?
Xiomara Perez.
Say it again?
Xiomara Perez.
Xiomara Perez.
Perez.
And so eventually we'll get to meet her here on Morning Barbados, so we introduce you to her.
Yes, please.
So that you get to know who she is and who you'll be engaging with. It's an opportunity for people, whether you are a practitioner in the cultural arts, whether you are a student of any nature at all, because teaching is done in Panama as well, whether you are a business person and you just want to be able to accentuate and realize the profits in your business, here's an opportunity between Barbados and Panama. Here's an access not just to Panama, but to the south as well through Panama. We do have the airline that takes us there and brings us back. And so that movement of people and trade is going to be enhanced with the opening of this embassy today, as today we celebrate Panama Day as well. And so we want to encourage all of you to grab hold of the opportunity to start this real business-to-business, people-to-people exchange between these two island states. And so we want to encourage you to get into
I
business,
like your
to
word,
get to know
people
more.
to people exchange. That's fantastic.
There you go.
More important than government to government.
Exactly, that's even more important indeed. What are you hoping to do while you're here? Because you arrived yesterday,
yes,
and you're leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
So while here, what are some of the other things that you'll be engaged
Well, yesterday I met the Prime Minister. We had a fantastic engagement. She's truly a leader of Barbados and of the Caribbean. She shares a lot with our president in terms of what we have just spoken. She's a very important backer of climate change advocacy, of sustainable development, of maritime cooperation, and we do too believe in that. We need to understand that we, as governments, need to promote renewable energies, protect our oceans, and most important, understand that there's no planet B.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Earth is the only one.
Mm-hmm.
There's no plan B for planet Earth. So we have to engage in these policies. Otherwise, we will regret it in the future.
Timing is everything. So some would ask, why now? Why did it take so long to establish an embassy in Barbados?
Well, because we don't have a limitation for budget. Panama believe in developing bonds with countries that, even though they are small, their voices are heard in the global atmosphere. And your Prime Minister is a very, very important example. She's making sure that the voices, as you said, of small and medium-sized nations could not be ignored in the global affairs, especially in this particular moment.
Minister, we want to thank you for spending time with us this morning.
Anytime. I'll be back soon.
And, anytime you're welcome back. Always, Minister, His Excellency Javier Martinez Acha, who is the Minister of Foreign Affairs for Panama, who's on island today, not just for Panama Day, not just to recline and enjoy our beaches and our tourism and to take tours of our beautiful island, which he plans to do between today and tomorrow.
I don't know if I will have the time, because the ambassador prepared a very, very, congested agenda for me.
Well, you'll get it done, I'm sure. As you drive by, ask them to stop. They'll have to follow your rules.
Well, yesterday I had dinner in a very, nice place by the ocean, but I wanted to sleep very early because I had a very early start today. You have me here today.
Yes. See, so stop somewhere, enjoy our island, enjoy our culture, and get yourself immersed in who we are. We're happy to have you, sir.
I'm very happy to be
and
here.
We're excited today about the opening of the embassy as well. And I really want to encourage all Barbadians, whether you are, and I give you the list of categories before, just go in, have the conversation with the ambassador, look at the opportunities that are available to all of you, grab hold of those opportunities. And this is not about government to government, this is about people to people.
United in purpose.
United in purpose. That's the other part of the phrase. It is people to people, united in purpose, to make things happen, and to make things happen in a very significant way to our mutual benefit. So remember, the embassy is in St. Matthias, Hastings, right in front of Trident Insurance. Got that right? Location-wise. Good. And that's exactly where you will go. No, now they are open to business. And so we are excited about this. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome.
My pleasure.
Likewise. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m. in Queen's Park. Over 300 still walkers, dancers, drummers, aerialists, a full theatrical production, and a live orchestra will transform the space into a cultural spectacle. Come out and experience live performances from Alison Hines, Mahalia, Mikey, Adrian Clark, Wes Wallace, Nikita, and more. This is more than a show. It's a moment for the region. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Carifesta 15, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. On Friday, August 22nd, Queen's Park is the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb.
Fest. We gather as one, united Caribbean. We join hands in one big cultural explosion. To the heartbeat of the drum, our rhythm in the sun.
With pride and passion, time for celebration.
Let's show the world boundless creativity. Let's show the world
the beauty of our artistry.
Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Roots, Caribbean roots. Let's show our roots, Caribbean roots. Roots, Caribbean roots. Carry Festa. Carry Festa.
Barbados.
Carry Festa.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the CariFesta 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
From as early as 5 p.m., this was the scene on the second floor of the 3W stand at Kensington Oval, where BCA members and club delegates gathered for what was a highly anticipated presidential election and annual general meeting. It was the climax of 2 weeks of campaigning for the top position in local cricket after long-standing President Conde Riley announced his decision to step down from the post he held since 2017. It was a four-man race featuring Jeff Brooms, Henderson Wallace, Philo Wallace, and Kelvin Hope. And after a 2-hour-long meeting, Hope was declared as the new president after securing 158 votes. Henderson Wallace.
From Anmar Goodrich Boys on what happened on Tuesday, right there at the Mecca, Kensington Oval, when for the first time a student of the Coleridge and Parry School ascended to the presidency of the Barbados Cricket Association, the Sport of Kings. And so he sits on a different kind of throne this morning. And we're talking about Calvin Hope. Calvin, good morning to you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and good morning to you as well.
Thank you, my brother. You know, your winning was almost like a landslide. Does that surprise you?
Well, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say it was a surprise. The feedback from the membership over the several years, the membership has supported me. As you know, I've been vice president for since 2017 to Mr. Conde Riley. And I'll use this opportunity to thank Mr. Riley for his service. This has been about 30 years. I've been serving for, close to that. We worked well together over the years. He's a good friend, and I thank him for his service. And we built, did some good things, and I want to build on what we did. At the moment, our youth, we have a lot of talent in the youth section, and to build on that, but surprising to be elevated to president, and the support from the thing. I knew that there was support there, but you still have to prove yourself. And I had to campaign. You know, it was a grueling campaign. There was a lot of competition, and you had to explain what you would do, what your position is, what you knew, what you've learned, and the membership went with me, you know. So that's the position. I now have to do the hard work and prove myself.
And that is what I want to talk to you a little bit about, the hard work to be done. Recently, there was a little bit of skirmish in the media, so to speak, about the relationship between the Barbados Cricket Association and Cricket West Indies.
Yes.
Is that something that you are working on?
Well,
or will work on?
The BCA, the Barbados Cricket Association, never has a skirmish with West Indies cricket or any administrator in West Indies cricket. We have a cricket position, a position which is in the best interest of cricket. We discuss issues when CWI puts a position or wants to go in a particular direction. We review it, we discuss it with them, we you know, dive really deep into it. We have a culture of cricket. There is a way that we approach cricket. And as they say, anything less is not cricket. And we try to help. But sometimes you don't see eye to eye on everything, but not that you are getting personal or trying to affect what Cricket West Indies wants to do. What we're looking for is, and let me step back slightly from that. Cricket West Indies is made up, an organization made up of 6 territorial boards, 6 territorial associations. So if you look at the company, we are the shareholders, 6 territories. And Cricket West Indies Secretariat gets its force from those 6 shareholders to work for us in the development of cricket, to engage at the ICC level, the international level, and there are articles of association, a body of laws, a body of rules that Cricket West Indies Secretariat has to abide by and work by. If you're not working within the context of that, then that's a concern. That is what the Barbados Cricket Association would be concerned with, and others. But sometimes that is ignored. So if you stand up, sometimes people get annoyed because you want the right thing to be done. And you have to compromise sometimes. And I think that is where there are some gray areas. But, you know, it's nothing that we cannot work out. You know, it cannot be worked out. And as we have seen in recent times, there's been some walking back, engagement with, you know, personalities and the icons in our cricket and so forth because of where we are. We hope that we can solve all of these things and get the political maneuverings and that kind of thing. I mean, I would say it on this program. I can tell you that there were forces at work to block me from advancing to the president, to be president of the Barbados Cricket Association. That is wrong. There shouldn't be any interference by outside other than the membership of the BCA. Let the membership of the BCA decide who they want to be their president. There should never be any outside interference in that process.
So given what you know, now that you have the responsibility for taking the Cricket Association forward and knowing those shadows still exist, how do you see your job going forward?
Well, look, you know, I approach things by cricket. When you're on a sticky wicket, you know, you play late, you know, ball comes off a little slower. Sometimes they fly, you get out of the way, and you negotiate, you know. Sometimes you have to leave things and let it go by outside the off stump, you know. Play with your back close to your pad. So that's my approach, you know. And cricket is a long game. So you have to work with the game. My approach is to reset. I think that is where we are. Barbados cricket, the structure is there. You look at school, club, the way we are, the way we live. This game means so much to us. The foreign exchange, earning capacity, how we look at a West Indian cricketer, a Barbados cricketer. I mean, if you look at Carlos Brathwaite, entered into the race in terms of trying to be offered himself, put it that way, to be a director on the Barbados cricket on the board, and he got 185 votes. He's never been in cricket administration before. It tells you how we look at our cricketers. They start with about 40% of the vote. And if you campaign, you're going to get it. Yeah. I mean, because he's a brand, right? We have that respect for the cricketer. And, you know, my thing is about resetting this framework. Every facet of our cricket has to work. The Umpires Association, the scorers have to be motivated, the teacher in the primary school, the teacher in the secondary school, the principal have to lock on to this game and to facilitate its workings. And that motivation from the BCA pushing and sort of getting cricket back to the center of national consciousness is very, very important to us, right? And that will drive the performance at the top, and our cricketers to inform West Indies cricket. I mean, that's how it worked.
I know it's still early in the game, but I'm just curious as to what you see that strategy to be to get into those different associate partners of progress for the cricket, to be able to articulate what you just shared.
Yes. Well, we need a national campaign, and not just for cricket, but a national campaign for sport and how important sport is to the development of the country. And within that campaign, there's a cricket component. What it means, the foreign exchange that it brings to the country, and the whole discipline of this enterprise, because cricket is an enterprise. The guests you had before me, in passing each other, I said to the ambassador, there must be a presence of cricket in Panama. And he says, of course, I think, because my grandfather went to Panama, I mean, Barbadians, and I'm sure that, you know, those gentlemen who went to Panama were playing cricket at the time. And that is a relationship that we need to establish with Panama now that there's a presence here, you know. And so the whole communication strategy, advertising, print, and electronic media campaign, and I have spoken to an advertising agency already about that idea, and my early discussions will happen with the Olympic Association, the Football Association, the Hockey Association, the AAAs, of how do we push sport in this country to have a better and bigger impact on the development of the country and how important it is.
There's a whole lot more to the strategic plan from the vision of the new president of the Cricket Association. We'll talk about that right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Mark your calendars. On Friday, August 22nd, all roads lead to Queen's Park for the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony. It all kicks off at 4 p.m. with the vibrant parade of nations from Golden Square Freedom Park. Then the energy turns all the way up at 5 p.m. in Queen's Park. Over 300 still walkers, dancers, drummers, aerialists, a full theatrical production, and a live orchestra will transform the space into a cultural spectacle. Come out and experience live performances from Alison Hines, Mahalia, Mikey, Adrian Clark, Wes Wallace, Nikita, and more. This is more than a show. It's a moment for the region. Admission is free. Don't miss it. Carifesta 15, Caribbean Roots, Global Excellence. On Friday, August 22nd, Queen's Park is the Carifesta 15 opening ceremony.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
9 to the hour now as we continue sitting with the new president of the Barbados Cricket Association, Mr. Calvin Hope, who has not just hope for, but a vision for moving cricket forward, one of which we started to talk about just now, which was reset, and having those conversations with the other sporting organizations so that collectively we can begin to elevate the statue of sport in Barbados and to return the respect for and the investment in sport and see the changes that would occur. Strategy. Overall strategy. I know you still have to meet with your board members. I get all of that.
Yes.
But what does Calvin see to, apart from resetting, some of the other strategic areas that very soon we have to tackle?
Well, funding is the important aspect. At the moment, we are beneficiary of the National Lottery, and we have a partnership in there, and that funds all of our programs. But if we are to be competitive in the future, now that things are changing in cricket all the time, cricket would be in the Olympics in 2028. It is likely that it would be in the Pan American Games. It's been in the Commonwealth Games. So both female and male cricket. And I spoke about resetting in the schools, in the whole system. Now, the volunteerism that used to be there before is not there. You've got to pay people for their time. You want the best coaching. You want the best equipment. All of these things. We don't have the opportunities of going to England and honing our skills like before. So it has to happen here, right? Facilities, equipment, all these things. So strategically, we have to reset the framework for raising revenue. And I think a commercial arm of the BCA is very, very important to establish, where this particular arm would be a business arm leveraging cricket, right? Now, cricket, I see as one of the important products, indigenous products of Barbados. I mean, our rum, we are known for producing rum. And the things that happen in the history of our rum, 1703, Mount Gay, and all the international restrictions and trading rules and anything would have affected how we promoted and how we did that business. The rum people tackled those things, made their changes, did what they had to do, formed partnerships. Okay. We really have not done that with cricket. And we've been so successful with this game, right? But we have not looked at it in a way that when things change, you have to change too.
Well, yes.
And this whole natural ability and way of playing this game, this brand, which is so admired around the world, still is. The world is looking to Barbados, looking to what is happening with your cricket to drive West Indies cricket. So they're looking into us. So we have to respond to this. So I believe that there is fertile ground for building partnerships. There's fertile ground for leveraging our brand with the diaspora. And I see a company owned by the BCA where its members can be shareholders, the Barbadians in the diaspora can be shareholders, and get a dividend at the end of the financial year.
I want to look at rights for a second, because local cricket on local TV, this is a personal thing for me. I know we've been having discussions at the CBC previously, and so what do you see to be the way forward so that cricket is once again seen by the masses, not just at the ground, but also exported via the visual media?
Right. I've been a long believer that we should have BCA TV, and that we should be building a brand, a media brand, that CBC, whichever, your competitor, buy the rights from us. We create news, the BCA create news. Look at what happened with the elections. Everybody was into this election, right? Yes, that's human interest story. But when we're playing the game, on matches, the media rights, we need to establish a media rights product. And this is honing the skills of commentators, the production, all of these things. And that's the vision. And so that we're not paying you to bring our TV, or just every weekend, the Nation newspaper, and when the other newspaper was functioning, the scores are there. Barbadians buy a large section of the Barbadian community.
Consume the news.
Consume the news of cricket. The Sun. I would venture to say that the Sun, the circulation, right, is a beneficiary, is as a result of those cricket scores.
I got you. Calvin, there's so much more, and there's so much more to your presidency as well we could talk about.
Yes.
But time is against me this morning. But
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Your strategic plan sounds doable. I understand the vision.
Yes.
I think for a lot of our viewers and listeners as well, they get it too.
Yes.
And I really hope that you get the full support of your membership and everyone else, that you can craft this way forward so we can see the changes in cricket,
Yes.
the administration of cricket, the access to cricket, the success in cricket as well. I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yes.
Calvin Hope, President of the Barbados Cricket Association, joining us this morning to get a sense of who he is and his vision for cricket. We're back in a moment.
Ensure your safety this hurricane season. What to do after a hurricane? Clean up safety. Heart attacks are a leading cause of deaths after a hurricane. Be mindful of overworking yourself. Cleaning up is a big job. Take breaks and take care of yourself. That hurricane safety tip was brought to you by Ensure Max Protein. Take your routine to the max.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Sweet Ron's little sweet sweets, Shem and Hadia, are celebrating a birthday today. So to Shem and Hadia, good morning. Congratulations to you on your birthdays. That's brother and sister. That is Rhonda Hines Graham's grandchildren, two of them. And so we congratulate you today on your birthday. It's the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We want to encourage you to get out and enjoy, but most of all, to bear in mind carifesta.net. The opening gala is coming up next Friday. Prepare yourself to immerse yourself in Caribbean roots, global excellence. My little crew joins me in extending to all of you a wonderful weekend. If it be the will of the Lord, we'll see you on Monday. Bye. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning.